Alrighty gang, before we start today's episode, I can now officially announce the 4 winners of my tier 3 rank and triple loot box giveaway. Congratulations to these names right here, and I do have your respective Twitters pulled up. I'm going to contact you all on Twitter right here, so make sure you do respond to my DM and we can arrange a time to get this stuff to you, or you can join my public Discord link down below, which is a much better way I guess to contact me, but Twitter I am the most active on, so I'm going to contact you all. Congratulations once again to these 4 winners, and let's hop into today's episode of Cosmic Sky. Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Char. Welcome back to another episode of Cosmic Skyblock. Today we are here for episode 3 of season 3. It's a 33 kind of day, you know what I mean? So we're hopping into a new episode. Probably gonna make you mad because again, I love these dances. I'm gonna keep using them. They are 11 out of 10, alright? But guys, it is lovely to be here with you once again. Just a shout out to all of you right now for all the support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. So once again, if you do enjoy these videos and you do enjoy these episodes from me in particular, smash that like button. And of course, if you want to see more from me, consider subscribing. If you want to be a little bit extra and help me out some more, you can of course use my Cosmic creator code on any of the respective stores. It is right in the top right this entire time because you know you got to get those plugs in, and you know the Cosmic client is just making it ever so easy for me here. Use code Char, just CHAR in any of the stores. It's at checkout right at the end. There's a little box you can click and just type it in and hit apply. It does help me out a lot, and like I said at the start of the episode when I did that giveaway, it does of course sponsor that sort of stuff, so I do really appreciate it. Anyway, hopping into today's episode nice and swiftly today. I said last episode that a lot of you guys previously asked me about how do I make like a semi-auto farm, right? So what I actually did last night was I went down here and actually converted a section of my potatoes to carrots, which are great for selling, by the way. You don't even have to cook them, and it's pretty glorious, dude. They're so loud though. But I mean, if I literally just take out a little section of these guys, put them back, you'll see why I love carrots, dude. I actually want to see what a stack of carrots will sell for. A stack of carrots right here literally sells for, with space power at 15%, by the way, 9.2k. So you can imagine it is super easy to make money with carrots, and you never have to smell them, never have to cook them. So I'm actually going to do a machine. Obviously, you can use this for anything, like anything that's plantable. So a beetroot, a potato, a carrot, anything like that late game that you want to use this for. But this is basically going to be a little tutorial on how to make, I guess it's not a fully extensive tutorial because I'm not that kind of channel. I'm going to run you through it. You kind of got to follow me, but I'm going to explain sort of what you need. And actually really quick before I start doing anything, because the little template design I have right now is in my single player world, I'm going to sell all my baked potatoes because there's a lot of them down here. You know, I think Swayze has maybe sold a couple, but that is fair enough. We do indeed have a lot of baked potatoes. While I was offline yesterday, Swayze actually, since I bought the IS upgrade for hoppers, he actually put a little feed of chests for potatoes and fuel in for me so I could just keep smelting out my potatoes and they would keep going into the chest. So let's actually clear all this cobble out my inventory really fast because, and this time I am putting my Omega mask on. This actually gives me a 5% extra cell buff, which is really nice, so of course I'm going to use it. Would not waste on that. Full inventory with a 20% cell buff because 15 from the space power, 5 from the Omega mask. Boom, 278k. That is a sight to see. You love to see that. Lots of money there. I think I just got like easily $1 million pretty much from that. Yeah, I'm up at 3 million now. You love to see it. You love to see it, guys. All right, so hopping into single player. This is basically what we're going to be building. It's super simple. It's just kind of expensive, which is why I suggest that you sell a good amount of potatoes and get a kind of potato farm like I had at the bottom going before you do one of these. These are kind of like the lazy person ones before you get auto plant, I guess. You don't have to break all of it. You only have to plant it back. So it kind of makes you feel like 50% better about it is what I'm saying. So essentially, if you don't know what this thing's going to do, it's going to flow water out, push the carrots down, and shove them into a chest down here. So just to give you a test run of this thing, I hope I set it up correctly. You know, it's single player, you never know. So yeah, this is just going to keep going, and all my carrots going to meet at the bottom here. Some of them do get stuck on the slabs. Now, this is where I say don't necessarily use slabs like I did. I kind of just did it for design purposes, so maybe we won't use slabs in the actual thing. Probably not. Don't think they're the wisest thing in the world. You know, maybe we'll just use actual blocks next time. So anyway, to the point, like I was saying, the carrots are going to flow down to the bottom. They're going to meet the water stream here. The ice is going to help them slide along faster. They're going to go into these 2 hoppers here. The only thing I would say about this is maybe extend it to extra hoppers like this, because sometimes it can take a while to funnel the amount of carrots that there is out of these hoppers. So even if you like leave them to sit in this hopper while they wait to go into here, yes, they're still not going to go in any quicker, but the point being is they're not going to despawn because they're actually being saved in the hopper, if that makes sense. They're not just sitting on the ground like little loose entities. So these are essentially the things that you're going to need, right? I think I did also just add 2 redstone, so I might not be be fully accurate on this, so I've just changed things. But these are the things that you're going to need that you might not necessarily be able to craft. Well, you won't be able to craft repeaters. You won't be able to craft any of this stuff. You can only buy it in the Cosmic shop on the server. So you're obviously going to need a wooden hoe if you want to hoe the ground. You can actually buy these for like $50 from the farming shop. So that's also super useful if you don't want to craft one. Obviously going to need some packed ice and water buckets and redstone repeaters and dispensers and hoppers. And these are just like blocks of choice. These aren't compulsory. You don't have to use stone brick. I just used it because it was a super simplistic block to use. You're going to need some dirt. You can also buy that from the store too, which is useful. Or if you have a space pirate island and you actually go ahead and break the course dirt, you can actually hoe it and get dirt out of it. And obviously a crop of choice. I've just put carrots and potatoes. I feel like that's what most people are on right now. So yeah. All right. So my old island is just pretty much pre-generated. I haven't done anything with it. I haven't messed with it. I haven't touched it. I haven't even really done anything but create the island on my ult. My ult's actually on blue team, by the way. So I'm actually hashtag team purple right now because that's how it be sometimes. I just realized I need to level this island up too because you are going to need level 5, by the way. Totally forgot to mention this. You're going to need at least IS level 5 really to do this because look, it gives you the ability to place hoppers. So you do need that. I have 3 million. I'm going to level up my ult island. I'm not against it. My ult actually has rank 3, so I can get some kits from that too. So obviously quite useful. All right. So the first thing I sort of like to do, didn't win the jackpot, by the way, sad tier, but the first thing I personally like to do with this sort of build is get my collection area done because that is the most annoying thing to fit in. I mean, maybe not. I guess because we're in the sky, it's not too bad, but obviously I like to plan ahead where I would want to pick up my stuff because if you end up building at this level, you think, great, you're going to have to go down to get the stuff. So if you don't have fly, it can be a little bit more annoying. So I'm actually going to grab the things that I will personally need for now. So I'm going to get some dirt real fast. I'm going to get a couple stacks of that. I think for this design, personally, I'm just going to use cobble because it's just really cheap and it's super easy to do. This is just supposed to be like a cheap design. So let's make sure we have the space that we need. Let's go a couple blocks in case we need to go out a little bit. So first things first, let's get this little collection spot done. So let's actually buy our packed ice too. We didn't need a stack, but I'm buying a stack because I just do everything in stacks at this point. Let's actually grab 2 water buckets for the end. Now, I guess at the same time, you can reuse the water buckets, so you don't have to buy X amount of water buckets to fit the water in. You can just buy 2 and refill them, make an infinite source. Easy peasy, done it. So you're gonna need more hoppers, the more chests you want to add. Bear in mind also, and actually let's buy our chest. Speaking of, I'm just gonna go into 4 for now because I don't want to stress about it. So our ice would be down here. If we had our dirt at this level, so this was the end of where our stuff would be. In fact, you want to go 8 across, by the way, because bear in mind when you do this stuff, right, you have to think water travels 4 blocks, yeah? So if I put water under here, like so, like if I had some water under there and it was sitting across this dirt, it would only go this far. It would reach to the end of this block. So we are going to have a middle section, like I said in the other, or like I showed in my single player world, and there's going to be water under there. So the 2 water sources are going to basically, you know, sort out your full 8 blocks, 4 on one side, 4 on the other, which is why we're doing it 8 wide. You will need to pay attention as I go up the layers in a second though, because it does get a little bit different. We're going to sort out our dirt layer here. In fact, let's actually just lay out our dirt floor really fast on each side so that you guys know basically how big this is going to be. So there's our 4 there, and there's our 4 here. So this is actually going to cut into our island a little bit, but that is absolutely fine. Okay, so with our 8 blocks of dirt each side in mind and a barrier block between each one, so that's our right side, our middle section, and our left side of our farm right here, we can indeed do the packed ice. So the packed ice, you're going to want to go down a layer. Now for now, we're going to leave, we're going to go 5 or 6 across here because I was saying, there is going to be a separator here. So let's actually just put the separator in so that we know where our hoppers on each side are going to end. So I am going to do what I showed you guys in the other bit and do 2 hoppers so that these items have extra space to go into. So let's actually do some ice on the other side too. Put our separator down like so on each side. Boom, just so we have a little bit of an idea where the ice is going to go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. Leave 2 blocks gap from the middle section like this. Easy peasy. We've done it. Now, for now, we need to put some chests down here, so I'm just going to go down below. So you could do this actually. This could be a better way of doing it. The only reason I didn't say is put them to the side before is because when we did have a piece of packed ice here, if I'd put the packed ice where this hopper is, then the chest wouldn't open. So we can actually do this now, which is absolutely fine. So just place 2 chests off of this middle section and boom, there you go. Your hoppers are both going in the chest. So that's actually better than the way I even showed you in my single player world. So that's how we should start off, guys. 6 packed ice either side, 8 blocks of dirt like so, either side of the separator, and some chests. And And of course, you want to go more and add more chests and go down a bit more than you absolutely could. Now, what we're going to do is this one bottom layer of dirt is going to be different from the 2 other layers I'm going to do in today's episode. And that is because of the distance that water travels. Water travels 8 blocks distance, but we have to take into account on the higher levels that we want the water to overflow the end block and go down. Whereas at this block, we want it to literally sit at the end. So that this water will stop right here and won't flow and mess up the water we are going to place down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to take this all the way to our other little bit of dirt back here real fast. And we're going to connect this up, and that is your first layer of your farm. We are going to be placing water under this wall, but I do just want to keep it running for the time being so that we're aware of where we're at in terms of the size of the farm. And of course, we're going to do exactly the same on this side and go across and go, you know, back 8 blocks and then make a little square like this. And obviously, we're going to fill it in with dirt. So for now we know what this kind of front bit looked like. We're just going to cover it up real fast because we don't need to see it. We don't need to know about it. We don't want the items to spill out. So let's actually just fill this up with a little wall like so. Obviously we have no items to take into account yet, but we're just going to fill it over. In the end, I will probably do slabs on this just because I don't like how you can't see the stuff like this. But yeah, for now we'll just cover it up. Here we go. We have our first square. What we're actually going to do really fast is place our water in right at the end. So let's actually just get our 2 bits of water. I have a water source over here, so you're all good. If you have got a pre-done island, you should have a pond on it regardless, no matter what it is. So there you can see our water goes from either side, and when our stuff flows down, it's going to drop in here, and then the ice is just going to foam it across into these 2 hoppers. Now we need to go up to the next layer, so you should be looking like I am. I'm going to give you guys an overview so you know where I'm at. Next time, we are going to go up another layer. So the easiest way to actually do this, in my opinion, is to just use the middle section or the end section of here so that you know you're going up another layer, like so. And then you can always break and branch off of this bit here, you know, remove the dirt that was originally there and keep going. For me, I can fly, but I'm just trying to count for those of you who can't fly. Now, these layers, we need the water to flow over the block, not stop at the end. So what we're going to do is go back 7 so that the 8th block of our water will be this block here that overflows it. So we're going to go back by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Easy. Now go back and across like I'm doing really fast, and then meet your piece of dirt over here. So as you can see, 7, 8. And in fact, I'm going to show you why really fast this is important to have this 7 and not 8. And what I'm actually going to do is flow some water down here really fast, just so you know what I'm talking about. So let's get some extra water. We have 6 buckets. I need 8 really fast. Let's just do this. Easy peasy. Boom. As you can see, the water flows, goes over the block that would be the 8th block at the edge, and keeps going and just meets right here. And if there's water here, it will instantly like kind of join it, but not really. It looks like it's connected, but it kind of isn't. Like it kind of flows up with it a bit, but it's all good, guys. Don't worry about it. That's how it should be. Okie dokie. So my 7 square, or my little 7 block deep square, is done on this side. I've done it on this side, and we're just going to do exactly the same as we did for this layer. For the top layer, again, it's just 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see, do our little square, and then obviously just make our wall go up an extra block to follow along with it. I like to actually do a little thing where I do an extra block over the edge just so nothing spits off this corner block here. So that's what I'm personally going to do, but we're just going to do the same thing again, do our block, or do a little square 7 blocks deep so that our water can indeed flow over the 8th block. Like I previously said, I'm going to get some extra dirt. I'm going to fill these in, and this is actually just how big I'm going to do the farm as 3 layers. You can keep going layer by layer. Just make sure that if they're top layers, they're 7, and the bottom layer is always 8, because if you do the bottom layer as 7, it's going to mess up your water at the bottom, and it ain't going to be good. Okay, so my layers are personally done right here. 8, 7, 7. Just remember that. 8, 7, 7. Remember it. You need to know it, because you don't want to mess it up. So obviously our collection area is done too, but if we want to expand that, we can just keep dropping hoppers down from it. Now this is kind of where it gets a little bit more expensive, like I said. So we're actually going to buy our dispensers. Now I don't want to buy a stack of 64 of these personally. Are they in containers? I always forget this. So they're in containers. So dispensers, guys, not droppers, not observers, dispensers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So okay, we need 16 of them. All right, we need 16. And now what we're going to do is just break or build off of, I keep saying break for some reason, but I mean build. We're just going to build off by 1 block, and then we're going to shift and click these off of one another facing forward. So you'll need 8 right here, facing down your 8 block wide, 7 block deep ramp right here, or a little square. And then we're going to go across to the next spot, put a separator block in the middle, and then do another 8 dispensers like so. So from either corner, or even from the middle if you want, it's easy to go from a corner though, so you can just like round it off corner to corner. What we're actually going to do is go back by 3 blocks. This is going to let us fill in a spot for our repeater, a spot for our redstone, and just a little wall to go around the back. There will be a little kink in the middle of this as we get to the center portion at the back here, but we don't need to touch that just yet. We'll get around to it when we get there. So what you need to do as well is place some blocks down below. If you don't have flight, you can of course just use a stream of water like so to get down and place blocks below. I personally have flight, so I'm not going to bother with that. So I'm going to place some blocks under here so that I can place a floor behind my repeaters or my dispensers. Sorry, I mean this is where my repeaters will be sat on anyway. And we're going to fill this floor all the way to this back corner, meet this wall, go 3 blocks back again, and just get this wall ready to meet at the center too. Now as we get at this center, what we're actually going to do is give a little 3-block gap in the middle where we go back a little bit extra bit and just meet the wall like so. So you're just going to have a little kink in this wall, and this is just to let the redstone go around. We're actually going to place a block here too, just for the sake of convenience. I think it looks a little bit neater. So that is what we're going to do. In fact, we can actually place another block there if we want and just let the redstone kind of wiggle around this. So this is where you're going to need your redstone. I'm going to give you another quick overview so you can kind of see where I'm at. This is 8 blocks deep. This is 7 blocks deep. This is 7 blocks deep. And then of course this goes back by an extra 4 blocks total, 5 if you're counting the kink at the back too. Now we're going to need our repeaters. So I believe we are going to need, what was it, 20 repeaters? Something like that. I'll get to it. You know what? You can just count the amount I'm going to use. You're definitely going to need 16. So let's just place a repeater behind every single one of our dispensers. 8 here, hop over the wall, and the other 8 at the back over here. Now, you are going to want to do whichever way your redstone is coming from is the way you want to face this repeater, whether it be this way or this way. Personally, I'm going to put the switch on the bottom right, so my redstone current will be traveling up this way. So if it gets to the middle, it needs to be facing this way, so that, you know, if it's facing this way, it's just going to cut the current off trying to go this way by diverting it back. We're going to face it this way. I'm also going to break the block apparently, so that the redstone can keep going that way. Now, of course, we need some redstone because we don't have anything to connect it with, so I'm just going to buy a stack just for simplicity. I think it's just super easy to buy it. It's not that expensive. 3.2k is not bad at all. And of course we do need a lever to flick this on and off with. So I am going to personally place my lever at the bottom right over here. It actually blends because of the cobblestone. Hey, love to see it. So what we want to do is redstone current does actually cut out after a certain amount of blocks. So we obviously need to keep a repeater there to recharge the flow of, dude, that guy just got 3 sets of purple pants. Is he good? So like I was saying, we're going to need repeaters to recharge the current of redstone going out. I'm going to go like 4 blocks, or in fact, I'm going to go 5 blocks and place my repeater here and try and center it, but it is of course 8 blocks, so you can't really do that. Then I'm going to go another, let's go 4, 5, 6 blocks and then place another repeater. Then let's go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's put it on the 9th block and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then connect it up with all of our repeaters at the back here, get the current going all the way around, and just sync them all up like so. And there you go. This should actually kind of really be the redstone side of it done. This is basically, if we flick it on, gonna current up or charge up all of our repeaters. The current does get a little bit weak here, but it is actually still there. If you do feel bad that like you kind of want extra repeaters in this, the only other thing I could probably suggest is buy another repeater and maybe do this, like place one a little bit further. I keep double clicking for some reason, dude. I don't know what's going on there. Place one maybe further back here, and then take this one out, and then maybe place one like over here, and it will charge the current up a little bit better. But I don't want to just apply too much current at once, because it can sometimes jam up the signal or like overload it. So I'm going to put mine back where it was. All right, so now essentially what we need to do is get some water on this bad boy. So you do actually need some extra spaces on the edges, which I neglected to mention in the beginning, because our water is going to go all along here. So we need to kind of encase the water like so around the side. So just kind of wiggle your blocks all the way up like this around the wall, and this will encase where your water is going to be. The water can stop here, so you don't really need to worry about that bit there, but make sure you also go under it like so. So honestly, you can just connect to where everything already was. You're going to need 3 little buckets of water per side, because we are going to block off each bucket per section here. We're not going to let it flow down. That's personally just a design choice, because otherwise you're going to end up having to see the water flow down, and I kind of don't want to, so I'm just going to block it up like so. So essentially, if you went to put the sides on first, you want to be able to see every dirt block where your water would be flowing, and as you can see, you can on mine. Now I can just encase it like so that it doesn't obviously just, you know, spill out the edges all disgustingly, and then we're just going to snake the blocks back down just to cover these walls up. So once this is done, all you actually need to do left with the build is actually physically put the water in. So we're gonna go under all of these sections right here, and we actually need to do the middle. Do apologize, totally forgot about the middle bit. But yeah, the middle bit, same again, just, you know, place under it. The middle bit, you don't have to do walls on it, you just have to place under it. So as long as you just snake some blocks under this and it cover it up, just make sure the water's not going to spill out. Basically, it's just kind of common sense. It's pretty easy to follow. I don't think I really have to tutorial this completely. Just make sure that the water is kind of stuck and encased in where it is. So what I'm going to do now is get me some water buckets to do this with, and we are gonna on each layer place some water. So obviously I have redstone on here, so maybe do the redstone on this particular block before or after, sorry. But I mean, you can break one piece of redstone, you can put it back pretty damn easily, so I think you guys would be good. So on the end of every layer, we're gonna break a block. So on these little corners here, we're going to go from the bottom to the top because it's easier to do. We're going to place one water here, and this, when we till the ground, if I actually till the ground to show you, is literally going to flow all the way to the end right here, so that every block along this line is nice and soaked. Boom, easy. So that entire side is now done, as you can see, all soaking up. And you'll love to see that. Let's go down the middle like I just did. I think I just did this one. Yep, that's done too. So this will soak up all the way down here, across the 4 blocks, like I said. And this will actually soak up across the 4 blocks this way too, which is great as well. And there we go. That is all of the water done. All you need to do now is till the ground. Now, the one thing I noticed about when I did this build beforehand is that when you do this, there's always going to be little gaps where you've tilled. And actually, I'm just really nitpicky. I don't like seeing the gap in the air, so I'm just going to fill blocks behind it so that all I see is the cobble, like the rest of the design. Just because I don't like to see it, you know, it's just a personal preference. You guys don't have to worry about it if you don't really care about it. Honestly though, the $50 wooden hose on the farming section are the unsung heroes of the series, because literally if you just want a couple quick like wooden hose and you don't really want to have to go craft, you know, or wait to craft a better one, then you can literally just buy these for $50 in the little store and just use them, be done with them, move on with your farming. I love it, dude. I absolutely freaking love it. Alrighty, so with the ground all tilled, if I just check these ones, you can see that it's all soaking up either side. It's just taking a little bit of time. The last thing we actually officially need to do is put our water buckets in, which I talked about earlier. So you're gonna need 16 buckets right here, 8 either side. So I'm gonna put my 8 in for this side, and then I'll grab some extras. So you need 16 water buckets. You can just buy these on the shop. If you do /shop, they're in the utilities section. I'm really antsy. I like to put it in the middle. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else does this, but it's kind of just how I do it. I don't think it affects it in any way, but I just feel like it's important to me. So let's chuck some of my random stuff onto this slab of farming stuff so that we can see, because it's essentially just going to pick up items that drop. So it doesn't have to be something farmable. So as you can see, all of our stuff is hooked up. This is what it should look like from above. This is sort of what it should look like from below. Let's actually hop over, do the beautiful test, the moment of truth, and let's go ahead and flick the lever. All of the water should come out either side, and all of the stuff, as you can see, is coming down. As you see, when the items drop, they do indeed foam across the ice and hop straight into those wonderful hoppers. So as you can see, all of my stuff is going down here, which is wonderful to see. And like I said, if you do want to extend your little, I don't know, area of stuff, if you want more storage on your auto farm, what you kind of do is add some extra chests. You don't have to put them in this orientation. You could put a hopper here and bring a chest out to here, and then put a hopper here and then bring a chest out to here, like I said. But if you want to just keep going down rather than going you know, directly across, you can just like literally place hoppers like that. And if you want to, you know, make it as quick as this, just place another hopper and connect it, and all your stuff will just keep going down. So super easy to do it. But guys, literally double flick the lever, the water will turn off like you can see. And that is literally it, guys. That is how you build the semi-auto farm, the super easy farm for potatoes, for carrots. It's so easy. I hope this tutorial did help you. I hope I explained it kind of okay. I'm not the best tutorial person in the world. I know this will probably be a super long video, but if it helps somebody out, then I don't mind. Like, if it helps somebody out, then I'm all for it. But as you can see, all the dirt's soaking up, so the water is all good. So before I end this super long episode today, or at least I'm pretty sure it's super long, I never know until I edit, but I've been recording for 46 minutes, so I can only assume, since I've been talking for so long, a lot of this is probably gonna be like 30 minutes long, so do apologize. What I'm actually gonna do is just chuck some of this random stuff off the edge, take my pick on my sword, head back to my island, and I'm actually going to claim my rank kit because I haven't claimed it yet. And actually, while I'm here, I'm going to upgrade my island and then claim my rank kit. So this will actually give me enchant tables, spider spawners, teleport pads, auto crafting bots, 24 collection chests, a ability to place a dwarf realm portal. That's super dope, actually. And this will increase my island radius and also give my my rank kit a nice upgrade. So what is actually my kit giving at the moment? 18 to 37k. So let's have a see. Let's actually IS level 8, boom, easy freaking peasy, slash kit, and now this will give us between 37k and 75k, so you'll love to see it. Let's open this up in 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, let's go. 3 chicken spawners, 42k, 2 log nodes, unkillable 1, a stone hoe. Okay, maybe not the best amount of stuff I've ever had, but the chicken spawn is pretty good. That actually brings my total up to 10, so that's a full stack right there. So guys, if you have enjoyed, if this has helped you out, smash a like on it. It really would mean a lot to me. It's actually 4:19 a.m. I need sleep, dude. I messed up my words so many times in this video. I'm gonna have so much fun editing this in the morning when I listen to my sleepy self. But guys, if you have enjoyed it, smash the like, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, if you want to support me further, use code Char in any of the Cosmic stores. It really does help me out. It does mean a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. And I actually just froze my game by accidentally clicking out, so let's just honestly, that's just my current mood today. Like that's just my current mood. But guys, I will see you in the next episode of the wonderful, the beautiful Cosmic Sky. Bye guys.